Okay, so the first option that developers have added to the Blender is this Retopology overlay option within the viewport itself. What it actually does is when we go to the sculpt and then come to the poly modeling and then try to create the model around the object, it tries to create these artifacts, and it's very difficult to like model this object over this sculpted model. So what they have actually done in the newer version is that, for example, I have this monkey, and if I create one more monkey and scale it up according to this thing, and then from the first monkey, if I go to the edit mode, go to the overlay option, and then come to this retopology, it actually provides us a view in which we can see this low poly version as well as the high poly version within the low poly version. So that will be a very great help when trying to get a perfect retopology. That will help us a lot. That was the first one, and the next one is this Fresnel option. What it actually does is, you can see there is a little bit of change over this part. You can see over here. So they have added a new system which generates the Fresnel system very wonderfully. The Fresnel system in the glass very wonderfully. And the next thing is compositor. This was a very wonderful addition to the entire Blender system. What it actually means is the compositor output should actually follow the active node. What it actually means is, and go to the compositing menu, and here I have created a workspace and a node system where the image is directly connected to the viewer, and then render this image. Now if I select this viewer is visible, and if I click on this viewer, that viewer is visible within the view node. The UI refactor path, this was a very welcoming option that was being added to the Blender's newer version. What actually happened is, if we drag and drop an image, for example, if I have an image, there is an image, and if I click and drag this image within the Blender, it would import it. Be it movie, be it image, it would actually import it without any problem. So what Blender used to do is, it used to look at the icons of the image. It used to see at the icons of the file and then import it. But some file formats such as OBJ and FBX don't have icons. So currently, at a very rudimentary level, the file extension will determine the file type. So now, instead of looking at the icons of the file, Blender will be looking at the file extension of the file, which will help us drag and drop it very easily. Currently only .ply files can be imported directly, drag and drop directly into the viewport, and blend files and image files and movie files, those can be directly dragged and imported, dragged and dropped within the Blender viewport. So that's it for this, guys. If you like such videos, make sure that you like these videos, subscribe to it, make sure that you hit the bell icon so that whenever I post a video, you get the information as quickly as possible. And if possible, you can support me on the Patreon's page. Links will be given in the description. And you have a duty that you need to get obliged, and that is, go to the Blender page, click on donate button, and do your part. So that's it for this, guys. Meet you next week.